Hi, I'm Jeff Terrell, Program Director here at Fenton Fitness and Athletic Center with one of our trainers, Katie Holden. And we're introducing our series, Are You Tight, Weak, or Injured? A lot of times when we introduce certain exercises to clients, we'll get complaints of pain, discomfort, something bothering. People will say things like, oh, I can't squat, that hurts my knees, that hurts my hips, I can't do lunges, what have you. So we're just going to go over some common things or complaints that we get and ways to assess whether you are tight, whether you're weak, or whether you have an injury that needs medical intervention. So first thing, so we're going to look at squats and lunges, split squats, things that involve the hip and knee joint today. So the first thing we want to do to determine if we have an injury is we're just going to have Katie lay flat on our back here. And what we want to do is we just want to take the joints through the normal range of motion that they're going to go through during that squatting or lunging pattern. So for a lunge, we're going to have one leg extended, the other leg we're going to take, she's going to relax, and I'm just going to bring it forward, and we're just going to go up as far as she can. So if she can get into that position, then we know it's not a tightness issue. So ideally with a lunge or a squat, we want to get below parallel or beyond 90-degree flexion at the hip. So Katie's there without any issue, without any pain or discomfort. If I had a client and I could only get up to here, and I could not get any deeper, then that would be an issue where they're tight, and they would probably need some mobilization drills to incorporate. And the other thing we want to look for is there any pain through that range of motion? So if there's pain at any point with an unloaded joint, then that's something that we're going to want to either go to a physical therapist, a chiropractor, a medical doctor, and we want to figure out why is there pain when we're going through an active range of motion. That's something that training is not going to safely address and fix. So for the lunge, we have one leg extended, the other leg straight. For the squat, we're going to take both legs at the same time. Katie can actually do this herself and just sort of pull her knees up into flexion. We can work on moving the knees like a little bit wider, a little bit narrower, and just again, make sure, can we get beyond 90 degrees of hip flexion? Can we get there pain-free? If we can do all those things, then we know it's not an issue with tightness, and we know it's not an issue where there's an actual injury that needs intervention. So from there, assuming we can do those things, but we can't do them when we introduce load, so if Katie goes ahead and stands up for me, and Katie has good mobility and she can squat deep, but I'm going to have her pretend that she can't. So if I say, Katie, go ahead and squat, and she can only get to there, or maybe a little bit lower, and she either just physically feels like she can't go lower, or that she has pain at some point in the knees or hips, that's an issue where there's actually a strength. Somewhere in the chain, there's something that is weak, and so what we want to do in those cases is we can unload that movement, so we can use a box in the case of a squat, and we can actually have her unload that movement pattern to start with a higher height. And then she's just going to use the TRX. We can also use a resistance band to help unload that movement. She's just going to give as much support as she needs and work on getting that joint to go through a bigger range of motion. As she gets comfortable with an unloaded version, she can drop the TRX strap and she can just simply use body weight and work. And then over time, we can progress. We can go to lower box heights. And that should be able to be progressed over the long term. Once we can get down below parallel, then we can remove the box and we can add load.